I got an electoral card. Why can't I vote? You can't vote unless the record is in the document. Clearly, as per the rules of the ECI, the citizen who has got more than one entry in the electoral roll is punishable. What punishment, how it is handled, there is no record, there is no precedence where they have taken anybody to task for having duplicate entries, because these duplicate entries happen because of the non-professional handling of the electoral rolls by the ECI is a full-time job. Working at the ECI Election Commission is a full-time job. About 300 to 400 people are there in the Delhi office, in the Election Commission of India. They conduct elections for the offices of the President and the Vice President of India, the Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, legislative assemblies and legislative councils. That's all their responsibility. They are not involved in conducting elections for the local bodies like city corporations, municipalities, panchayat board, cooperative societies, cooperative banks. The State Election Commission, which comes under the state government, they conduct elections for the local bodies. So please don't get confused with the ECI and the SEC. Now let us say how electors are organized, or the electorate is organized. How do we live in the electoral rolls? For the past 4 or 5 years, we have got a centralized database for the entire country for the electoral rolls. There is one database. Earlier, it was distributed haphazardly. Every state was responsible to maintain. Some states did okay, some states did well, some states didn't do well. But fortunately, for the past 5 or 6 years, we have got a centralized database, which is a good thing that has happened. Again, every state and the union territory has got its part in that, their own tables in the centralized database. And the information in the database, the data in the tables, is maintained in English for all. Every citizen has got the records in English in the state. For example, a voter from Telangana and AP will have the records available in English and Telugu. Somebody from Karnataka would have in English and Kannada. That is how it goes. Then again, the organization comes parliamentary district for Lok Sabha elections. So the organization would have, if you look at the electoral roll, it indicates, okay, what is your parliamentary district? This is the district. For example, I'm from Bangalore South. Then assembly constituencies. Kannada has got 224 assembly constituencies. So these assembly constituencies, again, the size is not uniform. Some constituencies are very big, some are very small, some may have 100 plus, rather the parts, some can have 500, 600 parts. Changing that, as I mentioned, requires a parliament, rather the constitutional approval. So it is not easy to change. Now, what is important for you and me is to know that the assembly constituencies have got several parts. How are the parts formed? A part is a geographical area, geographically bounded area. I cannot say one person from Telangana is in a part which is also having voters from other part, other district. No, it will be geographically bounded. As per the guidelines, there can be maximum 1,200 voters in a part in a rural area and up to 1,400 in a city. More than those voters, yeah, we do find sometimes, but now it is very rare. There is cases when 10 years ago, I seen in the Andhra Pradesh, combined before Telangana, Andhra Pradesh separated, 6,000 people in one booth. So naturally, the turnout would be very low, 10%, 15% turnout in such parts for various reasons. A part has got various sections. Section is more like a street address. Again, should be geographically bound area. So knowing the part, knowing the section, then again divided into the houses. And every house has got the voter records. So the documents are organized like this. One part is one document, about 50 to 60 pages, depending upon the number of voters, divided into sections. And every section, serially the houses appear alphabetically. And within the house, the voters appear. These electoral rolls are published at least twice a year, once in the month of September or October. It is called a mother roll. It is an integrated roll. It doesn't have any supplements. After this mother roll is published somewhere in September, October, sometimes November, December, but mostly indicated date is September. We all can raise claims and objections. Claims means might not. Objection is that some names to be deleted for various reasons. reasons the person is expired, there's a duplicate entry, shifted residence, or disqualified either for some legal reasons or has become mentally unfit. These are the reasons when we can raise and should not be electoral. When these objections are raised, when the claims are accepted, then supplementary roles are published. The main mother role does not change. Some entries are made in the mother role indicating that the person or the record has changed, but the complete information is available as a supplement to the main role. That is what is called a draft role. So mother role is integrated. A draft role will have the main part and subsequently published parts as supplement. Supplements can be 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. In election years, we find 3 to 4 revisions. And sometimes when there is no election, everything is common, then we may find only one draft roll, which is usually published in the middle of January. And these files for the past 4 years are being published as image PDF files. That means we cannot search a record in the roll. We cannot say Control F, put the name, put the address and find it. No. We have to go record by record. It's a painful activity. For 50 to 60 pages of data, from there, if you have to find our names, is there or not, quite often we miss out. And these documents can be viewed. We can download it after entering CAPTCHA. And if you say that, okay, using some software, I will do some OCR, I will extract the data and use it for good. That also is not allowed. Not allowed in the sense, technically it is not allowed. It is password protected. We can only view and print. So it is a public data, but no more open data as it used to be. But fortunately for us, there's a judgment, Supreme Court judgment, which is helping me. This is of 2018. It says it may be added that if the petitioner so wants, he can always convert it. It means the PDF file, the image PDF file, into searchable mode, which of course would require him to put his own efforts. So whatever information I'm giving you or sharing with you people or with the officials is based on this support, telling that I want to see what data is there. So bypassing the password, bypassing the other restrictions which are part of the electoral roll, we are able to extract the data, but it is not easy in the sense it takes time. And the data that we extract is not very accurate. Errors come in with all the optical character recognition. It is seldom. Now we'll look at the court process. The main processes, fortunately for the past 7-8 years, it's a site called nvsp.in. Fairly well made, quite good. It has improved a lot from what it was. It doesn't give us much headache now. So what are the main things that we can do there as a citizen? If you're not already a voter, there's a new registration for general elections. Fill Form 6. Either we can fill it online without having to download anything. It works fairly well now. It is encouraged, and I also encourage. I see whomsoever I helped in filling or whomsoever I encouraged to fill. Majority of them found their names in the electoral roll subsequently within a month or so. But if you don't want to do it online, you can download the form, fill the form and submit it to your nearest AERO. In cities, it will be the ward office. In other places, it can be the Panchayat Board office, whatever. Guidelines are available. There is a new registration for the overseas electors. Objections. So the first one is a claim. The Form 6 new registration is a claim. Form 7 is for the objection. Objection is for the proposed inclusion. My neighbor says, I want to put my son's name in the electoral roll. I can object, telling that it has come in there, it is under process, but the boy is too young to vote. He's not at 18 as I see. I can object. Or you can object. If somebody has shifted residence and the voter name is still here, should be deleted. So the objection is one is to delete the existing names. You can raise the objection, but the objection will not be heard, as I have seen my experience. So anyway, we will keep doing our job, keep objecting to the wrong things. Another important thing is that if there is an error in the electoral roll, your name is wrongly mentioned, age is not proper, address is incorrect, again, we can fill this Form 7 to get the corrections made. Next is shifting of residence. You change your address, can be within the same part, different part in the same assembly constituencies, different assembly constituency, different district, different state. When you fill in this form, called Form 8, we have to indicate our previous record, and with the responsibility of the authorities to remove our information from the old part. This is a problem because they seldom remove the old record. The new record may get added, the old records continue to be there, bloat in the electoral roll, having a lot of fake entries. And officially, as per the rules of the ECI, the citizen who has got more than one entry in the electoral roll is punishable. What punishment, how it is handled, there is no record. There is no precedence where they've taken anybody to task for having duplicate entries, because these duplicate entries happen because of the non-professional handling of the electoral rolls by the authorities. Then again, other information is available on the NVSP, other actions supported. Register a complaint, share a suggestion. Good luck. You can do that. Track application status. This works okay. After registering online or offline, you can track the progress, and the process is expected to complete in a month, and you can keep talking. Sometimes we'll get response, sometimes we'll not get response. The most important here is search in electoral roll. Get elector details here. So if you're a registered voter, 5.7 is 1 in the parliament. The number, the contents are not much. Some reorganization happens. So before every election, what is our partner, with the polling booth address, what is our serial number. We do it with a minute. And know the polling station and the officer detail. It's a lethargy. Half the time, okay, why get into that? Once in 5 years, once in 3 years exercise. So it doesn't appeal to people to go and click a few buttons to get the information. So one is search by epic number. If you know the epic number, that means you know you got the electoral card with you. You know what it was, you are well aware of it. You can put the epic number, you can select your state if you want, otherwise not, it is not mandatory. And if the voter record is in the central registry, it will come. If it is not there, it just won't be there. You cannot say, I got an electoral card, why can't I vote? You can't vote unless the record is in the document. So there are many people whose names get deleted for various reasons. They say, I got electoral card, I don't worry, I can go and vote. You can't vote unless the name is there.